Okay, hi everybody, and welcome to this webinar. I am so excited to have you here because we're going to talk about something very new, something that we've never offered at Cyncly, or if you formerly have been a 2020 customer, we've been the leaders and well known for the design software, but there's a lot of other steps in that design process that we should be considering. And one of them has to do with prospecting and understanding how we can really efficiently get a lead to that designer the fastest and the easiest way. So I'm really excited to introduce Jake. He is joining us today to tell us a little bit about Cyncly websites. Now, don't worry, near the end of this session, we're going to tie this all back into the design software. So if you're a designer or if you are a leader at your company that's just looking for better solutions, stay tuned. I'm really excited for you to see how we're connecting the dots of the design and sales process. So Jake, please introduce yourself and show us Cyncly websites.
Thank you for the introduction, Vanessa. I'm on the web team. We have this great solution. So many things that we do are design based, and we have all these great, business management solutions. But if you don't have much business to manage or many clients to design for, we want to drive customers to you. That's the whole point of this. So it's not just like, hey, here's a website, and it does integrate. There's a lot of connections, but the whole purpose of this is to drive more customers to you. So many people are, they're doing pay-per-lead services, pay-per-call. They're advertising everywhere. They're relying on marketing companies that don't understand the business, don't understand the industry. They're doing things for the doctor's office, the car, the hair salon, the car lot, and you. And kitchen and bath businesses, flooring businesses, they're just a totally different beast from everything else. And we have more knowledge and more resources than anybody else in the industry to be able to provide this for you guys. So we're uniquely positioned to provide a great solution that actually drives customers. So I'll show some of how that works. So I can go ahead and get started here if you're ready, Vanessa.
Let's do it.
Perfect. We want to connect your website to design software and create some high intent customers. So I'll go through several pieces here. The most important tool for 2026. I'll go through the website platform pretty quickly. There's also this cool home-based software on the back end that is like a lead platform. You can track everything. You can see all the calls. And then we'll also run through what it looks like when they come from the website into Homebase and then actually connect to Design Flex. So this great homogeneous system that's all connected across the board. So we'll go ahead and hop in through. So, today shoppers are 90% more likely to purchase from a business that provides an online shopping experience. You've seen it, I've seen it. It's like anytime you want to buy anything, you start online first, finding a company or whatever else. So that's where you start. You have to meet them there. And your online presence is important. But when was the last time you generated an actual really qualified lead from your website? Most kitchen and bath websites are pretty terrible at converting website traffic into workable leads. And, 87% of homeowners begin their renovation journey online. So, and I see this too, like so many websites are basically just like an online business card. They're not really driving traffic. The only people that are finding you are people that already know you. It's like, I need to go by that showroom. What's their address? They're pulling you up that way. Or, hey, I've got a job going on with them. What's the phone number? And they're pulling up the website for that. So many people say, oh, I have like most of my customers are referral base, which sounds really amazing until you realize that means no strangers are finding you. It's like, why aren't people who don't know you finding you that much? So we can really help with that visibility. And even for the people who do know you and are referrals, we make that process streamlined, faster, and increase the lead quality so they're not just tire kickers. We want to help them get engaged and go through so they're more likely to buy from you. So, over 70% of the buying journey happens before they ever visit your showroom. They're spending hours online researching style inspiration, manufacturers, products, and reviews. And it's the Amazon effect. Shoppers today expect instant information about the products they're looking to buy 24/7. They expect an engaging shopping experience. So something like visualization. They expect convenience when shopping. They also expect, immediate follow-up. So we make this really easy for you guys to seamlessly follow through here. So, you're not just competing with other dealers in their market. You're competing with the experiences homeowners are experiencing elsewhere. For the Cyncly websites platform, I'm not going to run through a full website right now. We don't have time today. You can schedule a demo with one of our website AEs, like myself. We're happy to do that for you. But high level looking at this, it's designed to grow your business. The whole purpose of this is to bring customers to you. We want to generate more leads, increase efficiency, boost profits with with your website platform. It's designed for kitchen bath dealers. We don't do websites for the hair salon, the dentist, everybody else. We do flooring and kitchen and bath. That's it. So, now if you have other services that your business provides, if you guys do painting or lights, like we can have pages dedicated to that, but our whole focus is this industry. Our goal is to bring more people who need a new kitchen and have them buy that from you. Whether it's cabinets, countertops, whatever, the whole process, design, build, we can do that for you. We have customers that have websites that do that. We've learned those data points. We know how to optimize this, and we know all the things on the back end. We understand your business. We understand your goals. We understand what your customers are looking for better than anybody else does. So part of this is the AI showroom. So, this is really cool. This is a unique experience that's provided. We're able to leverage AI. So a customer can go on their phone. They can upload a photo of their kitchen today, and then they can visualize that. And I'll show what this looks like here real fast. So I'll switch tabs and bring in, this is a website we actually have live today. So I'll go ahead and browse photos. So I'm doing this from a laptop, but obviously a customer will do this on their phone. They'll pull up this page on your website. They'll choose a photo that they're going to upload of their kitchen, and they'll get to pop it up in here. And it's not meant to be a design tool. This is nothing compared to what Design Flex is. It's not meant to be. We don't want to replace the designers. We want to empower a homeowner to see something in their space. And I'm new to the industry myself. And so I don't know a lot of these tools and things like that, but it's hard to imagine, this is my kitchen today. What's it going to look like, when a designer does things? So this is meant to make the homeowner see, and understand. Because today, when they come in, it's like, I hate my kitchen, well, what do you want? I have no idea. Or you're having to go through this, explanation process or whatever else. And it's hard for them to actually see it. And so this makes it real to them because it's a space that they live in. They get to see this every day, and they can change it out real quick and see some major differences and oh my gosh, I love this. It's like it turned this outdated kitchen into something that looks beautiful, and it's not perfect. There's little thing, it's AI. There's little things in here. It's not meant to be. It's just meant for that customer to be like, oh my gosh, and they can now believe what this space is going to look like. It's meant to build confidence. It's meant to build engagement, and also some sneaky things under the hood. It's also, they're spending time on the website, and what that does, Google looks at your time on page. So the more time that they spend on here, you can drag and see before and after. So that's really cool. And you can come through and change out door styles. So I'll go to a slab door and we'll go green. Okay, we'll change that out. So you can do these different things on here, and change it all through so you can see what this looks like. And again, it builds confidence for the buyer. So that way, again, they're really seeing what this looks like, and they're much more prepared to buy when they come to you. We also have this track through on the back end. So, okay, they like these changes. I'll apply the finish here. You can even change the countertops. So you can go through this. I'm not going to mess with it today just because we're short on time. But basically, once they're happy with what they've got here, they can complete my design. They're able to opt in and type in their name, email, whatever else. And so when they submit this through, it actually goes through on the back end to a couple of systems. So number one, there's a second little home-based platform you have, which I'll talk about in a second. And there's also imports into Design Flex. So, but I'll go ahead and hop back over to our main demo screen here. So yeah, that's the AI visualizer. Again, we can show more of this in an actual demo and how this works. But again, it's meant to be just an inspiration tool and build confidence for the customer. And it also gives up really high quality information. So the other thing that we do, and this ties into the home-based platform I mentioned just a second ago, we build trust with ratings and reviews. So, we have an integrated review service that helps ensure transparent, authentic, and trustworthy ratings, and it helps you build, credibility online. And I talk to so many people and look at so many websites where they have 10 reviews over 5 years, and it's like that is not, it's not bad. But what you want to have, again, Google doesn't know if you've closed your business, if you haven't gotten reviews, if you're not updating your website. And so they'll start to slowly degrade traffic away from you. By seeing review activity, that's not just good for consumers who are like, oh, it's, again, positive reinforcement, whatever else. It's also sending signals to Google, so it helps with visibility. So it's a great positive feedback loop. And we do, we list your real reviews on your website. We also show, we can help you get reviews. So we also drive traffic with advanced SEO. And what we do with that, there's so much under the hood, and we can go into more of it through a full demo. But basically, we do little pieces under the hood to drive traffic, and we'll show you how that works even if you don't work with us, you'll be able to learn little things that you can do on your own to find out how you can increase traffic. How can I do more? So, we can do it for you, and we're uniquely positioned with the industry. We already understand the business. We can do all the work. So you can be super involved with the process. You can have your website designed in all sorts of different ways. Or if you just want to have it up and like, hey, I just need customers, like we can work with wherever you are. So many people think I need to build a website, but it's like, I don't have time for it. Like we literally, like, once you run through the demo, you agree to do this, like we'll get it started. There's like a 20-minute thing you can do for an onboarding, and we can just kind of go and make it happen. And that's really all the time that you have to be invested, other than like, hey, do you like this? Is this good? Is it approved? We can get it up that quickly, that easily. So there's not much time investment on your side. And then on the flip side, if you want to be really involved and you really want to make sure certain things are there, we can do that too. We work with everybody across the board, no matter what your position is. So we can help with that. And then for the home base, I love this platform. This is so great for business owners or managers or whatever else. So you're able to come through every single lead that opts in. So today, typically people who have like website lead that like drops into an inbox somewhere. Sometimes it's like a shared inbox. Maybe not everybody has access to it. So, you have to wait on, Karen to come into the building so that you can find out who the leads are. If you want to find out how many leads you got, you have to go back through the emails over, the last 90 days or 30 days or whatever else, amongst maybe other marketing emails that have shown up, because it's maybe just a regular inbox that you're using. So here, every lead that comes through, you can all see them all in one platform. And this is just included websites. There's no extra charge for it. You just get this. So even if you have a lot of traffic today, this is going to give you a great way to organize everything, every name, email, phone call, whatever else. We also do call recording. So if someone calls in, we're able to like have that call recorded. So if there's a discrepancy of what they said about the color, you can go back, listen to that phone call from last week. If you're training staff and you're trying to teach them to answer the phones, they're very new to the industry, you can listen to those calls and coach them on what to say. And it's not required to do a call recording if you don't want it, but it's an optional feature that we have. Again, no cost. It's just included with what we do. But you're able to track lead status. So you can say, okay, this is a new lead, or it's like, hey, someone wants to have cabinets painted and you guys don't do that. You can disqualify the lead. You can qualify the lead. You can make an opportunity. You can say, hey, this is won, this is lost. So you're able to go back and track, this is where all my leads are. Status of all those too. So it's really great for that. Also, back on the design side and converting these leads, when people use that AI showroom and the visualizer to see what their kitchen looks like, if they come in if they go onto your website at 8 p.m. and it's after hours, they put this lead through, you're actually able to see the kitchen that they uploaded on there when you call them the next day. You can see what their kitchen is today and what they changed it to afterwards. So it's a really great tool to be like, hey, do you like where your cabinets are? You can know, do they have room for a kitchen island? And different things like that. So you can speak intelligently, even though they've never been in the room, you've never seen their space. So it's great for that as well. And then obviously you've got all the information on here. And back to reviews, like number one, we help you get more reviews. So like every customer that you have come through, you can send like as a one-time email. So like just like a single click, hey, Miss Jones, if you like the job that we did, please leave us a review. Boom, that's going to feed into Google reviews. That's going to sync up on there. And it also goes to your website. So like the leads, all your reviews will go to your website and they're visible on there so customers can see that they're real. And as you get more, it just continues to update. Google sees those updates come through. It also, again, positive feedback loop, more traffic. So you can also, if you have like, again, low number of reviews today, but you have a lot of previous customers, you can upload 20 or 30 or 50 customers and click send and send that message out. And you go from 10 reviews to 40 pretty fast. So that's another way you can like really quickly boost your visibility, boost your lead quality, because it's, again, positive feedback loop there. Through the same platform, you can see all the reviews that you've gotten. And then if you get any reviews that you need to respond to, you can do it from the same platform. You don't have to log into Google, go to a separate platform. It's all right here. So you can do all that from the same platform. Also, if you do get any low reviews, like they were half of an inch off, it delayed the job by 4 weeks, whatever else, we can gate that review so it doesn't show the negative reviews on your website. Now we can show them if you want to let them come through, but again, optionally, we can block those so you don't have someone killing the deal as they go through it. So it's all through on that platform. And there's also, just to say, unlimited users on here. Every single person on your company can have a log into this to see. Your sales manager can look over this. Designers can check status, etc. Anybody that you need to have access to this can, no additional charge. So that's just included with what we do there. So that is the home base. And so yeah, we have this great again, homogeneous platform where it's like it starts at the website, we drive traffic through, they use a visualizer or other opt-ins on the website. Everything goes into home base. You can track all the calls, listen to everything. You can see where the leads are, track the status. And then where this really comes in, that's amazing for the designers, is it all imports into Design Flex. And now, so here, I'll pass it off to Vanessa.
Awesome. Jake, thank you so much. This is so exciting. Again, like something we've never really done before, but it is so exciting to see. Earlier this year, we were at KBIS and we just had so many just great reactions to connecting all of the pieces of what tends to be a pretty complex sales process in our industry as kitchen and bath designers. So I'm here to demonstrate more on the Flex side. I'm actually going to log into my Flex account. So if you or someone at your company uses Design Flex, used to be 2020 or 2020 Design Live, Design Flex is the new name for the design software, but that software is now really powerful in that it has more cloud enablement with the Flex platform. The Flex platform, if you haven't activated it yet, essentially gives you access to a dashboard. Notice I have a leads section, which we'll spend a lot of time in, but we'll be able to manage our projects and connect everything via the cloud. So right now you're viewing my dashboard, so I can see all of my projects and all of the things I'm currently kind of in progress with. But when I go to the leads section specifically, notice I have a lead that's coming from the website. So just like where Jake left us off showing all of the details in Homebase, well, there's still details that our designers need to be able to know. Is this a qualified lead that's ready for a quote? I can now go into that particular lead that I didn't have to enter this in. I didn't have to have an admin or a junior designer enter their information. Likely that client has been on the website and filled out a form or had used AI Showroom to be able to say like, hey, I'd love to get a quote. I'd love to see what this design solution could look like. We can also take a lot of that information and you can add to it. Notice, although I've got Mary as my example in here, Mary could have additional notes that we need to add. So if you are calling and following up with her, or you're collecting some information that she's sending, we can add those details. We can also add attachments. Think of how often we're getting additional documentation from a prospect, like really basic sketched out measures on a legal pad or pictures of their inspiration from Pinterest. This is pretty unlimited. Documents, whiteboard, notes, there's all sorts of details that can be added to this. But the real powerful piece behind here is now any of these prospects can be qualified and assigned to a designer on my team. So right now you see my name in this list, but if I work at a company with multiple people, this can be assigned to me. And now I will know that this is my lead that is qualified or converted to a client. So that way I can go ahead and set them up as a project. Once it's set up as a project, that's where I can now link everything and start the design process and actually create a design. So maybe this is ABC project, give it a name. We're going to go ahead and link that. It's setting everything up for me. So when I start the design process, I will be able to work with that client and follow their project on the project board. So from the designer's perspective, notice I've got ABC project on my project board, Mary Jones. I'm the person working with them. As that project evolves, I'm going to be able to take this and follow it through the design process, seeing when it goes to proposal stage, when it's being negotiated, when we're in the sales order process. So now visually, I, as well as anyone on my team, can also have a good idea of one, how many leads came in, but how many of them became qualified projects. Behind the scenes, the designer could also see, in addition to all of their projects here, they can follow how many leads have I gotten and where have they come from. So a lot of this has been tracked so manually historically in our industry, and there's no need for that because now all of these pieces connect across the Cyncly platform using Flex. So it's just really kind of a teaser today, really looking at a lot of these tools as we've shown them so far. But I hope that this helped kind of see the vision of where we're going with Cyncly websites plus Design Flex. It's just so, so powerful. If you have any questions, please reach out to us or jump on our website and go ahead and book a demo. We'd love to show you more. Thanks so much for joining me, Jake.
Absolutely. Thank you, Vanessa.
Have a great day.